Hey everybody, welcome back. Denny Maheux here, Master Coach, and welcome to the series of video Change Your Life 20 seconds at a time. This is what we do every single day, Monday to Friday, 5-10 minutes. We're gonna be together. I'm gonna read a page or two, tell you what I was thinking when I wrote the book. I'm also going to tell you the benefits and the principle of this book. This book is a life-changing book. I recommend everybody to read that book and apply at least one or two principles that is in this book. If you want to order this book right away, you can go on Amazon.com, change your life 20 seconds at a time, and order the book. So let's get started. Let's go back to the end of this page. We were talking about the last video. You must understand that success occurs gradually. Success is the sum of all small efforts repeated day in and day out by Robert Collier. Here we go. Day in and day out means every single day, not just 2-3 days and we stop, not 30 days and we stop. Day in and day out, all the time is the sum of what small effort. You don't have to work 7 hours a day on your project, but I recommend that you work at least a minimum of 10 minutes every single day. If you want to change your habit, you need to perform that habit every single day. Let's go to the next page. Oops, I'm going to put him in the center here so you can read better. If I can do this, here we go. It's not because you're reading this book once or several times that you will change your life. Let's assume that you are not 100% committed to improve or apply any of the principles and technique listed in this chapter. Then it would be normal to presume that the same average or unsatisfactory outcomes will still show up for the months and years to come. See, some gurus will encourage you to read several books a year. One book a week, 52 books a year. We see them all over the internet. Knowledge is power, they say. They are trying to convince you that your success will be immediate because you acquire the knowledge while reading several books. Guys, this is not what I believe. You can read a lot of books and not do anything about it. You're not going to change your life. Instead of reading 52 books a year, I would say write one, but apply the principle in this book today or the next day. Knowledge in your brain, not doing anything about it, it's only knowledge. This knowledge is power. I would say applying the knowledge is a lot more powerful. In my opinion, it doesn't work like that. You could read all the books available and learn how to fly a helicopter on paper, obtain all the necessary knowledge. Still, as you already know, if you don't develop the skills required, you will never be able to fly the aircraft, and it is most likely that you will crash. But for some reason, some of us think by reading hundreds of books and acquiring knowledge is the only thing necessary to develop the abilities to attract the required element to manifest what we want to accomplish in this lifetime. To be clear, I'm not saying that reading is not worthy. I read every day. I'm making the point that the exclusive action of reading will not be enough if you want to make a significant change in your life. I would recommend that you read one book at a time and start applying its concept immediately. Having the will and discipline to use what you have learned will help you transform your life and attract what you want from this life. The key's right here. Let me go back right here. Having the will and the discipline. The will is I am ready to do anything in my power in order to get what I want. The discipline is to do it every single day. A lot of people only have the will and only people have the discipline. You need both. You have to have the will, means this is where I'm going. I'm going to do it no matter what. So I do what I need to do. And the discipline is I do it every day. Some people have will for only 2 months, 3 weeks, or even 2 days or 2 hours. The will is important, but the discipline is the key. To me, discipline equal consistency equal law of momentum. And we're going to be talking about the law of momentum a little bit later today. Not today, but in the next videos. So let's go back here so I can follow the sentence right here. I would recommend help you transform your life and attract what you want from this life. From this life what? From this life experience. Discipline and perseverance will be your allies for this journey. I guarantee you that if you stick with it and perform the appropriate activities mentally and physically, you are on your way to achieve so much more than the norm. Again, the more you do it, the more you do it, but you have to stick with it. Perform the activities that brings you closer to your goal. I would challenge you to keep track of the activity you do for 7 days. At the end of this period, if you realize that you're spending 10 to 15 hours a week watching Netflix, 7 hours viewing the news, 4 hours on social media on your phone or Xbox, you would recognize that the time you spent on these low value activities didn't bring you closer to reaching your goals. This is very important right here. Keep track of what you do. Most people don't. I want you to start keeping track. You can have a calendar, you can make yourself a special wheel, you can have a spreadsheet, but keep track of what you do every single day. And keep track of what you do with your time. I'm not saying don't watch Netflix. I'm not saying don't watch the news. I'm not saying don't do anything fun. What I'm saying is to keep track of what you do and look at what you do during the activities that you do during that day, that week. And at the end of the week, if you're not even closer than what you're supposed to be toward your goal, then you have to make some change. But in order to make change, you have to be aware of what you're doing. So keep track of what you do. Let's say that one of your goals is to publish a book shortly. Would it be fair to say that you would be a few steps closer to publish if you would have done some writing instead of performing the activity above mentioned? Be aware of the activity you decide to perform daily. Performing action requires time, money, and energy. Let's start executing the steps that will bring you closer to your goal every day. If you are determined to reach your goal in a short period of time, you must recognize everything you want to accomplish. Having dreams, desire, destination you want to actualize will require a higher level of clarity and focus. I will be discussing a few techniques and principles in the later chapters on how to focus and attract what you want in this life experience. From now, I would like to suggest that you take a few minutes during the day and start thinking about what you want. Think about it, daydream about it, write about it, focus on it, see it, imagine it, feel it. I don't care what you do, but start thinking about performing the action that will bring you closer to what you want to accomplish. Remember, the more you think about what you want and the faster you take steps, the fastest it will manifest in your life. And this is what I say all the time to most of my clients and the people I talk when I do webinar and when I do workshop and classes. There's two things you need to do in order to reach your goal. First, you need to see it in your head. Second, you need to take action every day. If you can get this from all the books, all the videos, that's what it is. You need to take the time to think about what you want. If you do not think about spending this amount of money, you will never get it. If you never think to live in this neighborhood, you're never going to live in this neighborhood. If you never think about writing a book or open a business or get a new job or whatever, it's never going to happen because it's not in your mind. So day after day, you need to make sure that you take a few moments every single day and think about what you want. Like I said, daydream about it, write about it, focus about it, dream. I don't know, whatever you do, you need to make sure that you take the time to think about what you want to accomplish. That's the best advice I can do. The second best advice I can tell you is to tell you that take an action every single day. You don't have to work 7 hours a day, but if you put 20 minutes every single day for the next 6 months toward your goal, I guarantee you'll get there way faster. Most people don't. Most people react to life and do what's necessary to survive, and that's it. If you want to have something different, you need to change something. Change your habit. Remember, no change equal no change. Guys, if you want to know more about what I do, about my business, you can go to www.focus180coaching. This is my website right here, www.focus180coaching. You get a free gift here if you want it, 7 steps to reach your goal faster. You can see the lady right there on the bottom. He said, yes, I want my free PDF. Go there and take the time to look at this website. There's a few good programs. There's a class. It's called Decide to Be Great, who helps you to clarify what you want, what's important in this life, what's your vision, what's your mission, what's your goals. And there's even a challenge at the end, and the price is It's pretty good. So I would recommend that you purchase and answer all the questions. In the meantime, I want to say the same as always: stay well and stay focused on what. Stay focused on what you really, 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 really want. Talk to you tomorrow. Say